Hello, I'm Dick Vater. I'm the business lead at Igne.
I'm Matt. I'm a geotechnical engineer.
My name's John Moyle. I'm the site operations manager. Basically, you've got different sized cores. Obviously, I'd have different sized core boxes.
So the wooden ones, the nails can come loose over time, and they will need replacing.
There's a dropped or easily broken. But we've found quite a lot of occasions when they did come back from site, they were always damaged.
Wood core boxes cost around about £15 a pop. We thought the quality of the core boxes where we were getting them from was actually deteriorating.
No matter which supplier you get them from, they're always flimsily here. They're not robust enough.
With the wooden ones, the core sits a lot deeper within the box itself, so especially if the lighting isn't too good, it can cause some issues with the photographs.
Well, I've heard people, like I said, with the wood ones, catching themselves on nails, staples which they use to basically put the labels on the core boxes.
Having bad core boxes wasn't sustainable. We were looking at a solution for the situation we had with core boxes, which was a lot of stock, but in general, the quality of the stock was quite poor. We wanted to ensure that the client got the best quality of core, and we decided to look at the market, see what was available, and the RhinoCorebox system was what most attracted us. In relation to wooden core boxes, an individual box takes quite a large amount of space. When you factor in many number of wooden boxes, then that takes a lot in load, but very little in weight.
Said if there was a large project going on, then it would take up quite a lot of space on the wagons, not just on the wagons, but obviously on site, storing the core boxes, because basically they had to be kept in a dry environment.
RhinoCore boxes have the advantage that they can be stacked very compactly. So on a pallet, you may have, 75, 50, which would maybe more than enough for a small size of investigation.
Transport-wise, when we send them to site, obviously you take a quarter of the space delivered to the site, that they do stack a lot better, and when they're stored back, they can be stored outside as well.
I think to a certain extent, having more space on a truck allows us to be more sustainable in our road movements to site. Then it does mean that other equipment can be added to that load and hence would reduce visits to site in order to get the equipment that you need. We used to go through numerous amounts of wooden core boxes. I would imagine that probably in terms of a lifetime for that wooden box that we would probably struggle to get more than 5 jobs out of that.
We did used to try and repair as many as we could, so that's many cost effective.
By the time that they were on their 4th job, lids were needing to be replaced, and that takes up people's time.
The Rhino boxes can take a bit of punishment. They are really quite robust as well.
I don't think we've actually had a situation where we've got rid of a Rhino due to damage or for any other reason. One crucial factor was for the business is that we have to make sure that the site operators on site are happy with the products they use.
100%. It's so much easier getting them all of the Rhino boxes all lined up compared to the dragging around the wooden ones.
We had really good feedback from the Rhino when it entered into circulation for our sites. Gone were the days of drillers complaining about core boxes.
In general, I would say the Rhino boxes are superior. Yeah.
We've never had any complaints about the Rhino boxes on site. I get more complaints if I send the wood ones out.
The clients were also very supportive. They could see that the boxes we used were high quality, And there's nothing worse than core falling out the bottom of a core box at the end of the day. We're here to try to protect the core. We are trying to be a quality operation and providing quality results to clients. And I think there is a synergy with trying to pursue that and the quality of the RhinoCorebox system.
You've got one CoreboX for all size core, whereas the wood ones, we're having to sort through the CoreboXes because they're a different size core edges, so they have to be all segregated into different ones, whereas the Rhinos come back, they get emptied, they get stored, and it's a lot less time consumed.
I think there's two major advantages which I see from the RhinoCorebox. Firstly, there's the financial side. Yes, they are more expensive than wood core boxes, but ultimately they're less in terms of having to replace them on a job-by-job basis.
I do a lot of core logging and I work with a lot of core on a day-to-day basis. I would say with the Rhino boxes, they're a lot more open, so you can definitely get better pictures, so it does make photographs a lot easier.
The other key point is their durability, and I think that is very important for us. As I said previously, in relation to our maintaining quality of core after it's been cored, I think the RhinoCorebox is the best solution, and we have used it extensively on a lot of jobs throughout the UK without any complaint.
From my perspective, it makes a big difference.